Happy New Year, Shredded! So today is day numero uno of the 2024 bulk. We're going to sprinkle some of that Shreddy sauce over this bulk. We're going to get jacked out of our minds. So today is going to be leg day, and in this video I want to give you a rundown of what the workout split is going to be that I alluded to in the Bulking Blueprint video. You can check that out by clicking the link down in the comments below. So the split that I am going to be following is a 3-day split, but there are 2 workouts in each phase. So it's actually anywhere between a 6 and an 8-day split, depending on when you add rest days in. So what does this actually look like? The 3 workout days are biceps and legs, shoulders and chest, triceps and back. We're going to throw calves in probably every other day, just because I need to bring those up, and abs will be slotted in whenever. Those are the 3 core days though. Day 4 is ideally going to be a rest day, and then day 5 we start the cycle again. So we go back to biceps, legs, then shoulders, chest, and then triceps and back. So that would take us to 3 days on, 1 day off, another 3 days, 7 days. Have the rest day, there's 8, and then you're back to the start of the workout phase or the workout cycle. Now, the reason I am doing this is because I need to bring up my shoulders, and I need to bring up my arms to be a more competitive bodybuilder, but also to create the physique that I want for wrestling. Arms and shoulders, for me, I feel are a little bit lagging, so I want to bring those body parts up. So I've structured this workout in a way where biceps, triceps and shoulders are trained at the start of every single workout. We then move on to the chest, or onto legs, or onto back, areas where I'm not as lagging in. This is a variation of Eddie Elwood's 6-day split that I started doing 10 years ago in 2023, 11 years ago now, when I first started competing in bodybuilding, where you have a heavy day and then you have a pumping day, and you train everything twice in that kind of 1 week, 8-day period, depending on rest days. Science research has shown that hitting a muscle group more frequently will yield better hypertrophy results, means fancy word for getting more jacked. And unless you are an elite level bodybuilder like Dorian Yates or whoever it is, we don't really need to be hammering a muscle group to complete failure and beyond, and then waiting 7 or 10 days or 14 days to hit it again. Mike Mensa might disagree with that, but Mike Mensa was a top-level Olympia bodybuilder who had crazy genetics, so I don't think that applies for guys like me and probably these people like you watching. So hitting muscle groups every 6 to 8 days is going to be the aim of this workout, and we are going to be mixing up heavy with pumping. Compared to my traditional routines, the volume on this workout is going to be a little bit lower. I'm going to try and scale the volume of each workout back a little bit. And because I usually 9 times out of 10 now train with someone, we're going to take compound lifts or machine lifts where it's safe to do so beyond failure through forced reps, through spotting, through pause reps, through drop sets and through supersets to really exhaust the muscle. But where I've gone wrong in the past, we're not going to do this on every single set and every single exercise. We're not going to try and do 15, 16, 20 sets on Monday and then do another 15, 20 sets on Thursday or Friday. We're going to scale the volume down, and we're going to try and increase that intensity on selective exercises. So today is going to be leg day. So I'm going to show you a full leg workout. This is going to be a pumping leg workout. So I'm going to show you and talk you through that, as well as showing you some of the foods I'm eating today, as I'm aiming to hit my macro goals of 420 carbs, 270 protein, and around 70 grams of fat. We've already had breakfast. I am currently on with just finishing up editing some YouTube videos. I've got 1984 on in the background, start listening to some audiobooks while I'm working. Nice change of pace from the wrestling podcasts and the retro gaming videos and YouTube content that I watch. I'm on YouTube literally all day long as when I'm working with background noise. So I've been listening to this book over the past week or so when I'm driving, when I'm working. So we're going to now get on with some of the business work. It's New Year's Day, but I want to get a bit of a head start on some of my client work for this week. So I've got some social media work to get done for some clients. Then we're going to head to the gym for that pump and leg workout, and I'll talk you through what we're doing. So a little bit of a change of plans today, and this is where, when real life takes over, you have to adjust. So Alice has been feeling ill today. She's got some really bad toothache. So dentist is closed. It's New Year's Day. We took her over. I took her over to the One Life Centre, the walking centre, the Urgent Care Centre, whatever it's called, to get checked out. We are waiting for an emergency dentist to call her back. So I didn't get a chance to go to the gym when I planned earlier, so I've had another meal. I'm about to go and hit the leg workout, and I've been listening to 1984, and this is mental. So 1984 is a book that actually was written or published in 1949. I am aware of it because of Metal Gear Solid 2 analysis videos and kind of, breakdown videos. One of my favourite games ever. Really ahead of its time for anyone not in the know, but a lot of the analysis videos that I've looked at say that Hideo Kojima was influenced or has took elements from George Orwell's 1984, and this is something that came up in multiple videos that I've seen. So I added it to my list, and I don't really do much reading in terms of like novels. I'm reading all the time for educational purposes, the kind of job that I do. I need to stay up to date with what's going on, but for, fiction, I don't really read anything outside of, I don't read books, but I could spend hours on a Marvel or a Star Wars Wikipedia page. But I thought I'll listen to the audiobook, and it is really, really thought-provoking. I'm not turning it into a book club channel, but I'm really enjoying it. I'll probably get it finished today. I'm going to listen to it while I'm working out. I've got about an hour or so left of the audio book, so probably by the time I get back home, or by the time I finish working off today when I get home and having it on in the background, I'll probably have this book finished. So yeah, any recommendations for audiobooks, let me know down in the comments below. But let's get to the leg workout now. So starting off, we had a little superset of the abductor, and you'll see the adductor in just a second. I always go high rep on these, and these are an exercise that I never used to do when I've only thrown them in the last couple of months. I'll hit these usually on a pump and leg workout. I'll superset the two, and I'll go for usually anywhere between 15 to 20 reps. And on this one, what I like to do on a few of them, as you can see, I'll actually pull and get a little bit of an extra stretch, taking me beyond what I would normally go just from the machine resistance, just to open me up a little bit more before we move into any other work. We're then moving on to the leg, the hamstring curl, the lion hamstring curl. And again, this workout isn't the typical pump and leg workout. Normally, I would be supersetting these lion hamstring curls with a standing hamstring curl. But in JD, because the people who built it clearly do not lift, they have those machines upstairs and they have the rest of the leg machines downstairs, making it impossible to superset those. So what I did on this particular workout is superset the lion hamstring curl, walking straight over to the leg extension, which you can see here. And again, rep ranges on this day, I was just aiming for anywhere between really 12 and 20, but ideally 15 to 20 reps, just to keep the reps high, get the blood in there, get a good pump. And that's what the pumping days are about. If this was in Eddie's gym, then I would have been supersetting the leg extensions with a sissy squat machine. But you just got to make do with what you've got in the circumstances you're in. I'm used to travelling about with wrestling, so I sometimes need to change those leg workouts up, or those workouts up in general. So this is the standing hamstring that I was just talking about, and impossible to superset in JD. But normally I would do the lion supersetted with this on the pump and leg day. Today, I just had to do them separately, but still keeping the rest times between sets low and making sure that we were going for that 12 to 15 or as high as 20 reps. And you can see my hair's blown there because the aircon in JD blasts straight down onto where this machine is. I'm starting to fatigue there. Those last couple of reps, those last 2 or 3, were kind of just partial reps just to get through the set. And then we're moving to leg press. And again, reps high, but I do not like this leg press at all. This leg press in JD, I don't know why, it just doesn't feel like it's working the quads as good as what I would like. So I don't particularly like training legs in JD, but you know, got to just make do with what you've got. But this isn't the typical leg workout I would do, but it was day 1. I needed to get that workout in. Leg day done. I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. I don't really like training legs outside of Eddie's gym, but it was either that, I'll take a rest day, and I wasn't due to take a rest day. One of the reasons I don't like training elsewhere, especially for legs, is I don't think JD is particularly great for quad equipment, and my routine is pretty precise, and the weights and tracking weights for progressive overload and things like that. If it was a heavy leg day, I would have probably weighted and just done it in Eddie's, but for a pumping day, I'm going to allow, rather than being dictated, or rather than a logbook dictating, if I can train, use as a bit of a guide, but where necessary, especially with traveling with wrestling, I'll be using different equipment in different gyms, so just kind of working around that. It's something you've got to be mindful of, because taking unnecessary rest days just because I can't do a particular machine with a particular weight, I don't know, that seems counterproductive to me. Seems unnecessary. I'm not a fucking pro bodybuilder going for the Olympia or anything like that, so allowing that flexibility is definitely what I'm going to do. So leg workout done, not the typical workout. I'll bring you that in another video when I am at Extreme Fitness at Eddie's gym. But now time to go home and have the third meal of the day. Okay, so next meal is up, and we've got a nice little medley of chicken, rice, the usual. We've got some jalapenos on there, we've got green pepper, and I'm enjoying this Nando's sweet chili jam sauce. Very nice. Wouldn't have this in prep, too high in carbs, too high in sugar, but for now, it is a taste sensation. This is probably with the sauce. 80 grams of carbs from the rice, the pepper, the sauce. You're probably looking at close to 100 grams of carbs in this meal. I've got 60 grams of protein. I'm behind with meals today. It's already getting on for 5 o'clock. This is only my third meal of the day. So this is going to be like 60 grams of protein. Fats will be, I don't know, 10, 12 grams of fat. Not overly strict with fat. Rarely do I eat food specifically for the fat. Just a little bit of peanut butter usually on top of my cream of rice. Egg yolks with eggs for breakfast. So yeah, this is meal 3 of the day and the post-workout meal. So it's day 1, but we're starting as we mean to go on. The meal is a bulking essential for me. Oven chips, got that peri Nando's sauce on. Chicken, we've also got a little bit of bread and butter. Something like this I would never have on prep, but I ain't on prep. I'm bulking, but I'm trying to bulk smart. And this is going to be a tasty meal. It's going to be an anabolic piece of bread. So I'm looking forward to this. That wraps us up for day 1 done, leg day dusted. And if you want to see more of these kind of videos where I'm going to be covering the entire workouts for this bulk, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let me know down in the comments below any of the specifics that you want to see. Do you want to see more footage of me in the gym going through the sets, going through the exercises? Do you want to see more of the diet footage? Do you want to see every single meal that I eat today? Whatever you want to see, let me know down in those comments below. And until next time, keep clanging and banging.